Hello and good day everyone. I think we have some pretty interesting news to cover in this video, so if you do enjoy, make sure to subscribe. But without further ado, let's take a look at what's new. So thank you to Skybloxified, who has featured in some of my videos previously, for spotting this. They seem to be a very active member in the PLC community as a whole. But there's two new ERLC developers, Ched and Nick. So let's take a look. If we head to the test rank, you can see this account is new. We'll get to that in a minute. All of these are the Roblox QA testers, and I believe that was for the Christmas event. But there's a new role, I believe. I do not think this was here before, and it is called CC. And this is a rank that Ched currently has. And then if we scroll down to developers, Nick is the newest member of the development rank. As you can see, Sam was just before him. So, yes, interesting. Now let's take a look at Waffles and Beans. This does seem to be an alt account. I really have no idea what this is for. I don't think this is linked to the Roblox QA. Seems to have joined more recently than that. It's friends with a lot of alts and then one PLC developer. It's in the high voltage group. I really don't know what this is for. I don't know. Uploading different assets. Nothing really to give any information away. So starting off with Nick, in his about me, it just says he's a programmer. He's part of a varied amount of groups. He's part of the ERLC QA group and the high voltage group. Hasn't been ranked in the main PLC group yet, but does seem to be a developer or at least a contributor for a few other fairly large game studios. And we can take a look at his Roblox Talent Hub profile as well, which does give us a bit more information about his history. So he's a full stack programmer. He's worked at Club Iris, Teethy's Dentist, Vibe Paris, some games I've heard of before, and I'm sure some of you may have as well. Moving on, let's take a look at Ched over here. He says he is a vehicle dynamics programmer. Pretty cool avatar, I gotta say, and friends with some notable members. You may recognize some of these people, actually. We've got some racing projects over here. He's, of course, in the high voltage group. A couple more racing projects. And taking a look at his Talent Hub profile, as you can see, music project, video editing, multiplayer keyboard. Now, I think the most interesting thing in this video, though, is Ched's YouTube channel. Take a look at this here. As you can see, if we go to the videos tab, there's a whole bunch of vehicle chassis demos, tests, and like there is some insane detail on this. Pressure mass, tire simulation, tire deformation. Like, this is crazy detailed stuff right here. Taking a look at his newest video, 9.1 thousand views a month ago. So he says here on the screen, I've added tire heat simulation, immersive first person, brake heat simulation, improved aerodynamic approximation. Like, this is crazy in a Roblox game. This is actually crazy. And then he goes on to drive around. There's a few different like camera positions. You've got an interior camera, an exterior camera, and then it seems there's a camera mounted just behind the right, back right tire. But yeah, it is crazy. You can go and check out the video for yourself and his channel as a whole. There's a bunch of tests, like there's a Roblox rally game, realistic Roblox vehicle simulation. Crazy. But anyways, we can actually take a look at one of the groups he seems to have worked on. He's ranked as an admin in this group here. And I'm guessing this is one of the chassis he's helped make for one of these demo games, because he seems to be quite popular at the moment. Now, this is actually really coincidental because my entire recording team and I were playing this game, as you can see, last week. And we had absolutely no idea that the guy who made this game would be hired only a few days later to work on ERLC, most likely for a new vehicle chassis system. Welcome to the game. As you can see in the bottom right, we have a whole bunch of UI clusters, and I accidentally restarted my car. I think if we hold down, is it shift? I think I stalled the car. Hold on. Left shift and V. There we go. The car's started. No, hold on. Okay, start the car again. Look at the suspension on this thing. So we can go over some of these blocks on the ground and just take a look at that. How satisfying. I promise you I'm not so bad at driving that I can't drive in a straight line. But take a look at that. Look how satisfying this is. And same as in his demo videos, we can press... I can't remember what keybind it is. Oh, C. There we go. And we can change through the different camera angles. So one mounted on the door, one mounted on the hood, and then an external like orbit view over here. It is pretty crazy. We've also got to like shift up the gears. Let's try not to crash there. the drifting is so good in this game. So you can see in the bottom left, we can change vehicles. So if we switch this to a drift sedan real quick, take a look at that. Get this thing started up real quick. All right, there we go. We're started. We've got an underglow on this and everything. It's crazy. But this is so easy to drift. Look at this. It's actually insane. I'm not having to press anything. We're just, well, I guess just holding down W. Now, obviously, they're not going to implement some hyper-realistic driving system inside of ERLC, given it's not exactly entirely focused on driving. But even just this drifting system, so much better than the current one. If we had something similar to the suspension where we could better hop over curbs and through rocks and stuff. Obviously, I'm driving a drift sedan, so I'm not really going to be able to get through here, but you get the idea, right? We'll switch back to a truck. It's probably a bit more suitable for this sort of terrain. That is not a truck. So anyways, I am very excited. Obviously, not expecting anything in the next month or so. Vehicle chassis take ages to build up. And I'm sure PLC have a very specific way they want one made and all of that sort of stuff. But it's a step in the right direction, that is for sure. I think the main things I'd love to see in a new ERLC chassis are better drifting, better off-roading capabilities, and just generally managing terrains, even curbs better. Because it does feel like you can get stuck on the tiniest curb in even like a Bronco or something. That should be able to easily overcome that. And we're actually getting stuck now, but this is definitely a bit bigger than a curb. So I'll have a link to this game and his channel and all this sort of stuff in the description if you'd like to check it out. There's a race course, off-roading course. It's pretty fun to just play around with these like really fun cars that can just bounce over the terrain nice and easily. So anyways, I feel like this is some good news everyone needed to hear. I think we can probably see something over the summer, but definitely not before that, since it will take a while to create something and implement it the way that PLC wants and make it work with their current systems and stuff like that. So anyways, keep an eye out for that, but exciting times. A lot is being worked on by PLC, and of course, our fingers are still crossed, hoping for a fire department update, or at least some information on that soon. So take care, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.